taken on
Listen
the ground
up to
along
sis. She
Central
got it.
America's Darien Gap shows hundreds of...
She ain't lying to you neither.
Alrighty, guys. So do not get caught up in what you see. Do not put no fear in your heart and in your mind and anything.
Not one
This has
ounce.
nothing to do with the indigenous people. This has to do with the U.S. government. Y'all have to be able to separate the two. Let them come through here. They don't have nothing to do with us.
Nothing.
They don't have nothing to do with us.
Nothing.
That means that the Euphrates River is in America. Why
You hear
they
that?
over there invading Africa? Pay attention. They've been showing y'all what it says in the book, that China is the only military that can fill up the Euphrates River. Y'all been saying the Euphrates River is in Africa. This looks interesting.
Very.
Wow. Really, is the Euphrates River in Africa? Why is they coming through the United States? Because the Euphrates River is here.
Tell them again.
See, y'all keep thinking that y'all keep thinking that our land is over there in Africa, and it's not. They showing you the Bible is playing itself out. And now y'all guys really thought that the Euphrates River was over there in Africa. They telling you what the Euphrates River is. Everybody know what everything is except the people that belong here. Because remember, it was to confuse us. But now that we're in the end times and the Bible is fulfilling itself, why is China coming to America? They coming here for the Euphrates River. Start paying attention to biblical prophecy. It's coming to pass. Don't get mad. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, get your kids, and let's watch these fireworks.
Watch the movie, baby.
The United States of America is going down, not the indigenous people. So make sure you don't get those two mixed up.
The system is going down.
People that don't belong over here, that's why a lot of them been running. You ain't heard from your government, have you? Your government ain't in the White House, is it? Your government really ain't even on these lands.
They hiding. They gone.
So guys, guess what? It is here. The Euphrates is here. So we just gotta get ready. Only get your drinks, your popcorn. It's finna go down.
I got mine already.
The good old United States of America. This is their war. They created this problem.
Yes, sir.
They gotta deal with this problem.
Mind your
Indigenous
business.
People, stand back. Do not get involved. For the 2/3, that's on y'all. Because y'all gotta go anyway. So do what you do.
Hey.
That part.
Okay, now, William Morris is from the book, the Nosconfunden. That's where this whole idea came from. But he would have done the same thing. He would have left the United States, and he would have went south, and he found an opening somewhere here. They call it, I think, the Summer Gate. But he would have found an opening, and then he would have went through and found the same thing, the Ancestral Republic, which they said they were as far from the ice wall as we were, similar, just in the opposite direction. And that makes sense. They may have been right here. That's the same amount of distance to there as it is from the United States to there. So it all makes sense if you look at it from a broad perspective. So that's 1783. Now, there was the late 1800s, E.W. Barrington did the same thing. And he found an opening. When he got close enough to the opening, he even said to his captain, let's go in there. And the captain's like, no, if we go in there, it's not wide enough for us to turn around. And if we come to a wall, then we're dead. But when they got close enough to it, it sucked them in. The current sucked them in, and they went in anyway. He called it the Barrington Strait. That was in the book, E.W. Barrington's book, The Iron Republic. That's another good read. If you like the Nosconfunden books, I would definitely recommend reading that. And there's even history on that, pictures of his boat and stuff. So that was a real journey. And he said the same thing, that he went through the ice wall and found more land. But I think the overall main point is that if you're going to travel long distances between these, the best vessel you could have is a dual purpose vessel. One that can fly and one that can be submerged and go underwater. And that's what we've heard from old sea captains talking about seeing underwater submerged objects fly out of the water and fly away. So the best means of travel, if you're going to do mass distances, would be a vehicle that could do both.
Basically, everything that America has that was seceded from Spain came from the Moors. Therefore, retroactively, all of that goes back to us based upon what was written at the Treaty of Granada. In the Treaty of Granada that you can use, that we can use, it says, and they shall be allowed to stay in their houses, estates, inherited properties, the right to at that time and forever, and they will not allow any harm or damage to be done with them without intervening, nor shall the goods of their estates be taken away from them. The Moors shall be judged under their own laws in courts by the Islamic law, and they shall be accustomed to observing under the authority of their judges. This is why they don't want you to be no more. What Indian document you know got it laid out like this? But this is only if you acknowledge yourself as who you are. This don't apply to you if you're anything else. You see what I'm saying? So the goal was then, let's make them something else. So none of this applied to them no more.
Now keep in mind, there was a show called the Bob Dean, or the Bob Dean show, or the Larry Dean. I can't remember his name, but he used to have a show a long time ago. And these Ashtar Command people, because they be on TV, they come on TV so because they look like actors and models, and that's how these people look, right? And it's actually the daughter of the leader of Ashtar Command. They was on the Dean show. This tape actually was taken down, right, by Majestic 12, right, so that people wouldn't be able to go back and do the fact checks. But they was on the Dean show. These women, they used to come on there all the time. Baba had already pointed it out, right? My master teacher had already told us about it. How these beings, they would come on this show and they used to be right in your face because they were trying to get us used to what they look like. So that when we start seeing them walking around us, we wouldn't really notice them. They'll look just like everybody else, right? So this is the one that Billy Meyer said he was in contact with. Her name is Shamaje. She's the daughter of Shiran. Keep in mind, these people are avatars for the group of Nomos that came from Neptune.
Now, these 3 waves of volunteers that have come in, that are volunteering, their energy is needed to help with the ascension, to help with the shifting. So the first wave of volunteers starts after World War II. Those born after 1945 till they're about 40, 50, maybe late 30s, that age group. They don't want to be here. They don't like it here. They don't understand the violence. Why do people hurt each other? They don't understand emotions, especially strong emotions. Strong emotions frighten them because you can see why. They've never experienced life on earth. They're just thrown into this mess. They don't understand emotions. They don't like violence. And they're always saying, I want to go home. I don't like it here. I don't know where home is. I just know it's not here.
Did the government try to break the firmament? In 1962, after Operation High Jump and the Arctic Treaty was signed, the government started a new project called Operation Fishbowl. The United States did a series of high-altitude nuclear tests where they would shoot nuclear missiles straight up into the sky. The reason for doing this was because they wanted to see what would happen if a nuke was set off in the atmosphere. You would think that one time would be enough, but they did this test 11 times, making people theorize that they were doing it for other reasons. Some believe that this was the government's attempt to break through the firmament. Not to mention the name of the project, Operation Fishbowl. Why would they shoot a series of missiles in air to see how high they can blow up? Do you think the government was trying to break through the firmament?
First thing a lot of people say is, where's the edge? Well, look at this map where Antarctica is a 360-degree ice barrier that holds the water in. These ice walls are real, and they stand 150 feet above the surface of the water. Then you need to understand that there is no independent access to Antarctica. Average people can only go there on a guided tour. It has no towns, no cities, and no permanent residences. What's past the 150-foot ice wall is anyone's guess. How far the ice extends, how it terminates, and what exists beyond it.
In many of our Sabak race is worshiping Ba Anunnaki, who are of two natures, Inkyites, agreeable, and Enlilites, disagreeable. But none are our ancestors. Enki and his son Marduk mixed seed in Afaf Reika, Africa, took women to breed with. This is how Nimrod got over in Bab-Ilu, Babylon. But Ba Anunnaki are not our saviors. They work over the Kamahu, Pleiadians, who are the overlords, Rabbi, over the Kakasu, Caucasoid of Canini, Canaanites, who mixed with them as their gods. The sons of Enlil, Nin-Ur-Ta, and Nanar, Zuin, Zion, Balim.
Oh, we've got your ass. We've got your ass now. The Great Wall of China? You mean the Great Wall of Tartaria? Let's take a look at a few old maps. You can see Grand Tartary in the green and China in the red. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, the wall is circled around China. And again, another Tartaria map, you can see the wall is circled around China. And if you notice, the steep side of the wall is facing China, making it hard for any invaders to climb up. And if you look closely, you will see that the lookout posts are facing China, making it easy to pick off your enemies with crossbows, one by one. So no, China didn't build that wall, the Tartarians did. Oh my days.
When they first came, we had the land and they had the Bible. They sent the Christian missionaries over. They always send the missionaries first, even to this day, to pacify the people. You see? You see? They sent the Christian missionaries over. The Christian missionaries got us to trust them because they said they came in peace. They just want us to read some of their ways. So we started to read their ways. And then they asked us, we started to trust them. And they said, hey, close your eyes. And we said, okay, because we trusted them. So we closed our eyes. Can I be for real? Baby, can we talk? And then some told us to open them because they didn't even tell us to open them back up. That's how dirty they did us. Like, they didn't even say, okay, now open your eyes. They just left our eyes closed. And we was hearing shit move around. And we like, what the fuck is all this moving going on? So we said, you know what, fuck it, let me open my own eyes. And we opened our eyes. And we had the Bible. And they had the land.